Bob and I met at our old church in 2014. I had been attending the church for a year and had never met Bob. And then I joined the Greet team. I had decided after a year I was ready to jump in and start serving. And I joined the Greet team, and Bob was head of the Greet team and coordinated and scheduled everybody. But he went to a different service. And so one Sunday he was asked to come to the 11 o'clock service, which I was greeting at, and walked in and had didn't know who I was, but then thought, I know I've scheduled everybody. That must be Lane. So he came up and started talking to me, and so that's how we met.
I had the opportunity of meeting Dylan back at Life Point Church, where he was an intern, and I knew of New City. I had heard the name, but coming up Glenwood one day during the pandemic, I noticed the sign, and I just kind of went, "Oh, that's Dylan's church," and we decided to give New City a try, and we really enjoyed it. We got plugged in right away, got into a community group right away, and have enjoyed it since.
New City Church has impacted me, especially on Sunday mornings. I feel like I leave here learning something new about the Bible or about the Lord. And so I feel like I'm really growing in my faith in a way I wasn't before in church. So that I would say that's one of the biggest ways it's impacted me. Another way has been the people here just being so welcoming and down to earth. There's no pretension, and I just feel like I can be myself, and that's been a real blessing.
The verse that comes to mind that I believe is all over these walls here is in Philippians, when Paul writes, Philippians 2, consider others better than yourselves. That is such a powerful verse to me, and I see it here at New City. I also see when Paul writes to the Philippians, he writes, I thank God every time I think of you. And I really believe if Paul visited New City on a Sunday morning, he would write that same letter back to you, Dylan, and say, I thank God every time I think of you. And I mean that.
I came to know the Lord when I was 12 and walked with him for many years, but I was in a place of sadness still for many years. I had some trials in my childhood, sometimes battled depression at times. But I just remember there were times that I would pray with others. And during a prayer time one time, it was actually someone who had hurt me. And the Lord showed me Jesus in between me and that person, and Jesus experiencing the scourging that he did before he went to the cross in between me and that person. And I just was so overwhelmed with that love that he was showing me that he took on all that sin. He took on my sin. He took on the sin of the person hurting me, and he bore it on his body. And just seeing that picture of Jesus as I prayed was so powerful and real to me that was a moment that it changed me forever, and how I looked at how Jesus forgives.
I did a lot of things for acceptance. I can go back to high school. I can go to college, young adulthood, You do various things because you want to be accepted. You want to be a part of the crowd, if you will. And here, even in my, not later years, but advanced years, I've learned that he's enough. Jesus is enough for me. So I don't really feel like I need to do things to be accepted. He accepts me, and that's good enough. I'm a little bit, and I say this word, jealous for those that have known Jesus from a baby. And I love the kids over at New City Kids. They're learning about Jesus at an early age, and I think that's awesome. But for me, it wasn't until I'm 47. But it's the story's not over. And so coming to him has taken me from, I would say, this struggle to be accepted in the most loving way possible. What would I say to the person that thinks God can't love or forgive them? It's a lie. It's a lie. And I know that might be hard to grasp because I've been there where you can't think any other way, but it's a lie. God loves you right where you are.
I know how that feels because I used to feel that way too. Deep down, I really didn't believe deep down God really loved me and forgave me. I looked at him more as a father that if I did something wrong would hurt me, and I was scared of him. But I found that when I started connecting to other believers in the church and experiencing the love of God through them directly, then I experienced God's love also, and I came to realize he does love me and he does forgive. But it was really the hands and feet of other believers that helped me with that.
The story's not over. The story's not over. When Jesus died on the cross, all of his friends, his mother, close ones by him thought, it's over. Hope is gone. And Jesus rose. And for us, the story's not over. Even in the good days, bad days, sometimes challenging parts of any day, we kind of feel that weight, that burden. But he's there, as Lane says, he's there, he's alive. The story's not over, he's with us.
Hey, thanks so much for checking out this video. We upload new videos every week to help encourage you in your faith in Jesus. So be sure to subscribe to this channel so that you never miss a thing.